And
hey, Kevin.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. So the Nets starting five. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2-guard spot. And for Dallas, inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Luka Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3.
Oh, guys, you have got to love those long strides. KP able to cover some ground on his way to the rim.
Now, here is Irving. To the inside, Allen. And slam dunk by Allen.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money. And Jared Allen, the big man out of Texas, a big part of his impact is how well he moves as a center. Very long and covers a ton of ground on both ends.
Hardaway against Dinwiddie. Hardaway passes to Doncic. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Powell. Buries it down low.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring. And Tim Hardaway says, you know what? My teammate's open. I'm going to get him the ball.
And with Allen, the amount of floor he can cover with a few steps is staggering.
And, Kevin, it lets him take away chances and opportunities on D. On the other end, one step to the hoop, and he's completely relocated as a target. One of the best moving bigs in our league.
Now here is Hardaway. Doncic against LeVert. Here's Porzingis. The pass to Powell.
Now, this guy's got some grit and some determination. Is Kevin Durant capable on the offensive end? Yes, but the defense as spectacular. Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
LeVert kicks to Durant. He gets that one.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Durant against Porzingis. Here's Powell. That one doesn't drop. Excellent D there from Allen. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Keeps it alive. Powell pulls it in. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, he throws it down with such ease. That rim might as well be 8 feet off the ground.
Irving against Doncic. Irving with a clean look. Hits from the high post. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Porzingis looking it over. Pass to Finney-Smith. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable, and there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on. They get it back. Out to Porzingis. Doncic against Irving. 6 on the shot clock. And that one's good. Doncic.
I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
Now, here is Irving. Over Hardaway. Another miss by Irving.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Jacks up a 3. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, Tim Hardaway Jr. is known as a scorer. Knocks down the long-distance look right there.
Irving passes to Allen. Here's Powell. Pass to Hardaway. Outside, Porzingis. He kicks to Doncic. Back to Porzingis. A 3-ball. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And then Durant with the dunk.
Well, drop the hammer, KD. How confident is this guy at the cup?
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Pull-up jumper. Powell pulls it in. Porzingis with the ball. And the last-second attempt doesn't fall. A good close contest so far as we finish the... And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Cauley Stein is out there with Maxi Kleber. And there's Seth Curry. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Wright in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
Well, how about the 2008 NBA draft? DeAndre Jordan becomes the 35th pick and becomes an all-star for the first time in 2017. Boy, really an example of what can happen when you put the work in.
Now, here's Kleber. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Curry with it. Guarded now by Prince. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, Seth Curry has never been one who's afraid of contact. Does such an exceptional job drawing the defender into his trap.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Irving against Brunson. Irving misses. Mavericks leading by 4. On its way from Curry for 2. And it's Irving with the rebound.
And Doris, last season for Kyrie Irving, really one of waiting. No Durant on the year to play off of. And then Kyrie's season with the Nets was cut short due to injury.
Well, second surgery for Irving in the last 3 years. You obviously hope he and KD can stay healthy and try to revitalize this Nets organization. Irving is so excited about being on the court. The NBA misses him when he's not playing. Let's hope he stays healthy.
Here's Brunson. After the basket by Brooklyn. Here's Curry. Can't hit from 12. The Nets shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Harris passes to Irving. He feeds it to Jordan. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
And DeAndre Jordan, not the same impact center he once was, but he's done a great job of acting as a leader for this team.
Well, you think about DeAndre Jordan's career, Greg, and over the course of time, he's played a number of different roles. What you like about what he did this past season is, even though in a changing role, he still tried to make an impact. That's called being a teammate.
You just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
Here's Irving, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Irving's got it all tied up now for Brooklyn.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Brunson, good.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Irving double team. That shot off the mark. Cauley-Stein with the defensive effort. Kleber kicks to Cauley-Stein. Curry outside. A three-pointer is right on target. Curry's got the lead up to 5 now for the Mavs.
No hesitation from Seth Curry on the catch and shoot. You can see the confidence in his mechanics. That's beautiful.
Irving dishes to Harris. Shoots from the high post, and he hits the jump shot. Harris has got his second bucket.
This guy has proven that anywhere on the court, he can be a knockdown shooter. Joe Harris in the mid-range.
Outside for Curry. Cauley-Stein in the post, guarded by Jordan. Brunson with a clean look. Dallas moving it around. It's Curry outside. Rebounded by the Nets.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
The kick out to Irving. Back to Harris. Three-pointer. No good from Irving.
I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit.
Curry with it. Picked up by Harris. Here's Brunson. No good from outside. Nets trail by 3. And it's Prince penetrating. The kick out to Irving. From deep three-point range, Cauley Stein grabs the board.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Curry on the wing. Second chance shot. Great D that time from Irving.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot. Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Curry deciding where to go with it. Dishes it to Cauley Stein. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Cauley Stein's got 4 points in the quarter.
When you think of Seth Curry, you're thinking shooting. But there, what a pretty pass to find the open man.
So that'll be it for the first half. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. The period came to a close with them holding a 3.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Porzingis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
Second half underway. Here's who Jock Vaughn's got on the floor. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then there's Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in a 2-guard. Now here's Porzingis.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball, following the bucket by the Nets.
Well, you want to talk about a picture-perfect jumper. Luka Doncic knows a thing or two about getting into the mid-range.
Inside, Allen finds Durant. Allen in the post, working on Cauley Stein, and he comes up with the deuce. Allen's got the lead up to 1 now for the Nets.
And I like that they're not settling, getting the ball on the interior. 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Here's Finney-Smith. Drops in the layup for 2. And the Mavericks lead by 1.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
Irving attacking. Allen's shot is off.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Pass to Finney-Smith. And here is Cauley Stein, defended by Allen, and out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
Powell, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. And the Nets making a change here as well. Harris is checked in. Now here is Harris. Here's Dinwiddie. Lays it up off the glass. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Harris against Hardaway.
Great job on the glass. Body's down low, needing to fight for position. That's perfect.
Here's Harris. That's in, coming off the assist from KD. Now it's a 3-point Brooklyn lead. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces. But title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Here's Harris, following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Here's KD. Here's Allen. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Allen's got 6.
They are just killing them on the interior.
On the Mavericks with some changes. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis, and Curry subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Then for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Allen. And it's Taurean Prince in for Joe Harris. Now here's Hardaway. Doncic outside. It's good.
Boy, Luka Doncic makes it look easy. What a pretty jumper.
The Nets have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Here's Durant. Tries again. And Jordan with the layup. 5 points in the game.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Powell against Jordan. The shot by Powell, no good. And now the fast break, Durant with the ball. Up again, and Dinwiddie stays with it. Dinwiddie's got 6 here in this quarter.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Doncic against Dinwiddie. And it's Doncic missing. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Durant's running, and then Durant with the dunk.
How about the body control Kevin Durant has? My goodness gracious. Takes the punishment and makes the shot anyway.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. 6 seconds left to play in the third. And Doncic, here we go.
Wow, what a credit to DeAndre Jordan. Just tremendous defense. Uses his length to alter that.
And so it's Brooklyn in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, we've got Maxi Kleber. Curry is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Hardaway in at the 3 spot.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
That's got to be a little bit deflating to the defense, guys. Getting kicked when you're down. My goodness.
Count it. Good.
Boy, what body control from the Slovenian forward. Doncic comfortable taking on all challengers.
Irving up top. Goes up to the stripe. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
Well, I'll tell you, I love that he's not afraid to take on the size mismatch there, Greg. It doesn't matter. Just make shots.
Doncic passes to Curry. That one wide left.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Dinwiddie finds Prince. On the wing, Irving. Baseline try. Jordan. The Mavericks pull it in. Doncic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Hardaway with a wide open look. Off target with his 3. Nets leading by 10. And the pass to Irving. Down low, Jordan. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, DeAndre Jordan's a problem because if he gets that close, you know the defense has to commit to him.
Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
You simply cannot give Kyrie Irving room to run in the open floor. This guy is a phenomenal transition player.
Looking to get it going. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And the first one drops. And Brooklyn making a change here. Durant's checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And Doris, make no mistake about it. Spencer Dinwiddie is looking to score. An instant offense type of player.
And Spencer Dinwiddie knows what his role is, and he plays it perfectly. He can go a little hot and cold for stretches, but he doesn't let it affect him. Dinwiddie's always going to provide that offensive punch that's so critical for you.
Here's Doncic. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
You cannot let Doncic get established on the interior. This guy feels very comfortable wherever he is on the floor.
Harris misses.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Curry dishes to Powell. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way. Here's Allen. That's good, and it's KD with the assist. KD's got 3 assists in the game. 4th quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Outside for Curry. Back to Powell. Doncic outside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Jared Allen.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis has got it back down to within single digits for Dallas. Pass to Durant. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Crawford looking over the floor. And he makes good on the layup.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Here's Cauley Stein, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
26 seconds left in the game. On the wing, Johnson, guarded by Barea. Here's Karuch. They get the rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Nets lead by 12.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Wright finds Jackson. The three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's good.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Coming up next. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it.
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. And the Clippers starting five. They've got Ivica Zubac, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morris in at the 4 spot. And for Brooklyn, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Irving. Then there's Caris LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. The wide open look for Durant. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players. But you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Here's Beverley. After the basket by Brooklyn. Morris passes to Zubac. Got a piece of it. Dinwiddie with the steal. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Not going to be Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender.
George looking around, and the foul called on Jarrett Allen. That's his first foul. They get a hand on it. Leonard kicks to Beverley. Back to Leonard. Puts up a 3.
0 for 3 now in the early going. Just a little bit out of sync.
It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
Morris passes to Beverley. Shot to stop the run. Morris, no good.
4 shots, 4 misses, and you can sense a certain frustration building.
A nice shot by Irving.
And guys, you'd have to say this run really triggered by their transition offense.
The Clippers have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Here's George. Hold on!
Kevin, you got to buckle up on that one. Letting it all hang out when George takes flight. Just enjoy the show.
LeVert the pass to Irving. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Lays it up and banks it in. Irving's got his second basket of the game.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And George gets it to go.
So smart with the ball in his hands. George reads the floor well and takes advantage of what's there.
Irving dishes to Allen. Back to Irving. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Irving's got 6.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
George passes to Zubac. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And here we go. Dinwiddie heading to the hoop. Finished off the break.
A pretty simple solution to ending this run. It would just be getting back and actually playing some defense.
Beverley finds Morris. 16 feet away. Dinwiddie against George. Here's Zubac. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Excellent pass, PG-13. Keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Irving against Beverley. Back to Allen. Outside Irving. Here's KD. Count the basket. He's got 6.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so Beverley will bring it up for Los Angeles. A 12-point game. Here's Leonard. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Here's Irving. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Everything worked except for the outcome. You want him to shoot that every time.
Love the recognition. Realizes that one is all him.
Sometimes that's the call. You want to be unselfish, but even more so, you want to be effective.
Now here's Durant. He has 6. Dinwiddie kicks to KD. Over Morris. Here's Allen. Rebound by the Clippers.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Left side, Irving. And the call on the shot. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Brooklyn ahead. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. JaMychal Green is out there with Landry Shamet. Then it's Williams. Then there's Harrell, and it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. Clippers trail by 10.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s. Players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
And Jordan sends it back.
DeAndre Jordan is a force on defense. Tough to finish when he's lurking.
Nets leading by 8. And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well suited for that role of small ball center, Greg, in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you, and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year. Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Now, here's Shamet. Following the miss by Kyrie Irving. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touched by Prince. On defense, Brooklyn. And Harrell slams it in.
If you start the alley-oop, Harrell can usually finish it. He's an explosive big man with good hands.
Tipped away.
His struggles from the field continue, yet they still hold the lead.
The Nets with the lead. Here's Luwawu. Here's Prince. Williams with the block. And he's able to get it back. Harris kicks to Irving. 5 to shoot. They shoot again. Here's Jordan. Lost contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
You really have to hit DeAndre if you want to prevent him from scoring sometimes. He is just so strong down there in the paint.
Dinwiddie is checked in for Brooklyn. Free throw good, Jordan. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that a weird to even think that that's the case.
I know
it. You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right.
Much like Marc Gasol, DeAndre was drafted as an unpolished second-round pick. Now one of the more impactful centers around.
Durant's checked in for the Nets. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Jackson. Harris, no good.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result. Shutout in the first quarter. He's heating up now. I like the aggressiveness.
Pass to Prince. Kicks it to Dinwiddie. Pass to Jordan. He can't get it to go. The Clippers go the other way with it. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Leonard. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Now it's just a 3-point Nets lead.
You need guys who are willing to make the next pass. Shamet doesn't rack up a lot of assists, but he's unselfish.
To the middle, and stolen by Harrell. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Williams leading the charge. It's good. Williams has got 8.
3 straight baskets in transition now. They'll want to end that trend in a hurry.
And the energy of a guy like Montrezl Harrell can rub off on the entire team.
Yes, it can. GA, he plays with a high motor, generates steals, blocks, and deflections. He's active all over the court, and now we're seeing it on the offensive end as well.
The Nets making a switch here. LeVert's checked in. Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverley comes in for Landry Shamet. Basket good. 8 points for him.
Could have easily been an and one. Durant finishing through the bump.
Passes it to Harrell. Back to Beverley. Outside Leonard. From the high post. He can't get that one to fall. The Nets go the other way with it. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. The pass to Dinwiddie. It's Prince on the wing. Dinwiddie dishes to KD. To the inside. Jordan, the pass to Dinwiddie. Shot clock at 5. Stolen by Beverley. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Leonard inside. LeVert defending. Harrell on the follow.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Durant deciding where to go with it. Jordan. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 1. Now Harrell. Stolen by LeVert. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Dinwiddie. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That'll be his second foul of the game. And George with the stuff.
The trust George has built with his team, they know he'll finish strong if they feed him.
And a close game so far through the... Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, back. Kyrie Irving was red hot to start the first. He had 8 points, 2 rebounds, and... That's all for now.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Nets. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard. And the Nets with possession here. After the basket by Los Angeles. Baseline jumper. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Irving's got 12.
What's nice about this in-between area for Kyrie, compared to going to the rim, he has a little more room to get his shot off.
Near the three-point line, it's Morris. Allen with the rebound.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
LeVert the pass to Allen. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Terrific game plan coming out of halftime. A perfect 3 for 3 from the field.
Luwawu is checked in for Dinwiddie. Reggie Jackson's checked in for Los Angeles. That free throw good from Allen. Well, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in LA with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And the Clippers making a change here. Green's checked in. I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
George with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. Here's Luwawu for the 3. And the Nets miss again.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything from PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
Wide open look here for Zubac. Off target with the open look.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
So for the Nets, Jordan comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Prince in for Luwawu Cabarrot.
Out of bounds.
And then for the Clippers, Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Jermichael Green. And it's Williams in for Landry Shamet. Clippers trail by 8. It's George on the wing. Back to Jackson. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Zubac kicks to George. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Jared Allen.
Strong take by Paul. He plays with great decisiveness.
And George drops them both. And now we're 3 minutes into the 3rd quarter of play. Outside Irving. Down low, here's Jordan. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 4 assists now tonight.
Whatever they did right in the first half defensively, we're not seeing it now.
That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Jackson. Outside Irving. Pulls up, high post, tips it up, and staying with the play, Allen. Allen's got 9.
It seems like they found their rhythm offensively, and they're shooting the ball much better out of the break.
Williams finds Harrell. And that one hits back iron. Brooklyn leading by 8. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Here's Allen. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
Outside, George. There's 53 seconds left to play in the third. And it goes down 2 points.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Trying to get open is Irving. And Jordan gets it to go.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Jackson drives in. Here's Harrell. Jackson trying to break free.
And how about, and with that great length and awareness, Allen continues to build his reputation as a shot blocker.
Prince, the pass to Harris. Allen dishes to Harris. And the layup's good off the glass. Harris has got the lead up to 12 now for the Nets.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
Sure. Here's Zubats, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Here's Dinwiddie. And it's sent back by Leonard.
Yeah, that shot gets jacked. Great anticipation by the claw.
And so it's Brooklyn with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Clippers trail by 10. So for the Clippers right now, Beverly and Shamet in the backcourt together. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Harrell in at the center position. Step back and squared up. 10 points for Leonard.
We know Beverly's ability as a defender, but don't underestimate his ability as a distributor. He has good vision.
And then Durant with the jam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Quick first step. Beverly showing he's not just a three-point shooter at the offensive end.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. So for the Nets, Joe Harris is checked in for Luwawu, and it's Kyrie Irving in for Dinwiddie. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He likes where things are headed, but he cautioned them to play smart the rest of the way. He said carelessness with the ball, with assignments, with rotations, any of that can undo what we've worked to accomplish so far. Kevin, they are so close.
Patrick Beverly is a tone setter, someone who doesn't back down from anyone. I admire his confidence. The defense is right there, quality contest, and they threw him off his rhythm.
And it's Leonard with the jam.
And boy, Kawhi is the perfect target. The big reach get to the pass, and the great hands on the catch.
Kept alive. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 8-point game. Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. LeVert. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
I love how Durant keeps his eyes up, scanning for someone with a better look.
To the paint, here's Harrell, and Harrell slams it in.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. And now the Clippers on the break. Beverly with the boot. Oh!
No, he didn't. So explosive with the dunk. Kawhi Leonard gets up quick to slam it down.
Inside. And it's Jordan. That time on the assist by Irving.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
And Leonard has it in the corner. Rebound, Brooklyn. Durant's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And it's a 10-point Nets lead.
I like this from Kyrie. Looking for a high percentage shot, settling for nothing less.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Jared Allen's checked in for Brooklyn. And a switch here also for the Clippers. George is checked in. Los Angeles calls timeout. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. Irving with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. And it's good, 2 points. Durant's got the lead up to 12 now for the Nets. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Ogden, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
Leonard. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. And the rejection by Zubac. Leonard against Irving. Here's George. That shot is off. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Moving it up. Dinwiddie passes to Irving. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Irving's got 4 points this quarter.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
KD on the wing. And the shot goes in.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Nets.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders. And on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kyrie Irving.
Woo, he put on a clinic tonight. Terrific vision, sees the whole floor, and he hits guys in their spots with pinpoint dimes.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
And we have to give him props. It's rare these days to see someone dominate the glass so single-handedly.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
And they go to the intentional foul.
You know, give them credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
There's 10 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Jackson. Count that bucket.
The way he glides around the court doesn't look like Jackson is moving as fast as he really is.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. So, all right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight. Morris's starting lineup. Inside at the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. And for the Clippers, they've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Beverly in at the 1 spot. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Hardaway with a wide open look. The three-pointer no good. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. Here's Leonard. Misses off the left iron.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Doncic with it. Guarded now by Morris. Finney Smith passes to Powell. And the rejection by Zubac. Shot clock at 6.
Early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way.
Porzingis with the block.
Boy, Porzingis doing a nice job staying in position and then using his reach to block shots.
The 3 from Morris. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Porzingis feeling it out a bit. Over George. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
You know, that's a quick 0 for 4 now. At what point do you call a timeout and reset?
Leonard, great positioning on the putback.
And that's the activity on the offensive glass they like to see out of Kawhi. When he's in full hustle mode, they're a much stronger team.
Now here's Powell. Over in the quarter, Porzingis. And they call the foul, so he's got the and 1 chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Took a little time, but they get one to go. Maybe they're warmed up now.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed a full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
And you'd like to see more of this from Marcus. Attack that offensive glass and generate some points outside of those set plays.
Doncic, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Zubac. And the wide open shot from Morris. It's rebounded by Doncic.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Shot on the wing. Morris with the rebound. The Clippers in the lead. Wide open look here for Zubac. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. From outside the arc. Great D that time from Leonard. Clippers leading by 4. Tries from 10. That's good on the jump shot. Leonard's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
I like the activity there, keeping the ball alive and creating some second chance buckets.
Now, here's Doncic. Count that one.
Boy, what a brilliant find by Doncic.
On the wing, George. Guarded by Hardaway. Doncic against Beverly. Here's George. Offensive rebound. It's good on the putback.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Morris into the lane, and Morris throws it down.
And not a next level athlete, but Morris has the ability to face up and beat his man off the dribble.
Finney-Smith passes to Powell. And here's Doncic from the arc. Stolen by George. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Beverly. Back to Morris. Zubac kicks to George. Powell, that's good.
Dwight Powell certainly is high energy, and his hops help him a lot inside.
To the middle, and it's George finishing it off.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
And we reached the end. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, guys. Without those second chance points, this game would have had a much different feel to it.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, we've got DeLon Wright. Maxi Kleber is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. And there's Seth Curry. And it's Brunson in at the point guard.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Rager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters, but ultimately your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Green dishes to Jackson. Second shot opportunity from downtown. That one misses. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Curry against Williams. There's the pass to Brunson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Defense just not strong enough to throw him off his shot there. Sometimes it takes a little more effort to defend him down low.
Williams, that's good.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Lou Williams, so crafty, GA. Just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
Finished off the break. And now it's a 10-point Los Angeles lead.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Right side Curry. It's rebounded by Lou Williams.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Jackson comes over with the double. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
Leonard, he's checked in for Lou Williams. Doncic is checked in for Dallas. Kicks it out to Leonard. Jackson passes to Harrell. Leonard attacking. A second chance effort. Passes it to Shamet. Dishes to Leonard. A step back shot here. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Harrell's got the lead up to 14 now for Los Angeles.
The dogged intensity Harrell has is just insane. And he uses all this energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass.
Leonard on the wing. A minute 42 left in the first half. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Leonard's got 6.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Wright finds Curry. Over in the corner, Doncic. Back to Curry, all alone. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
You know, the staple of Seth Curry's game is shooting the ball off the catch.
Here's Jackson. Doncic with the block. Here's Shamet. No good on the triple. Mavericks trail by 12. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. They double him with Green. Outside for Curry. Shoots over Shamet. The shot by Curry, no good. The Clippers have gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Wright against Leonard. Over Wright. They get it back, and Green is right there. And the Clippers lead by 14.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fellas.
And Doncic gets it to go.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
On the wing, Jackson. And Maxi Kleber is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. One second left, and some nice defense there to end the quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They are leading by 12. That's all for now.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Nice game, great performance by Marcus Morris.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So for the Clippers right now, they've got Morris, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Zubac in at the center, locking down the middle.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
Powell kicks to Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith, defended by George. Here's Powell. Arm's length from the hoop, he knocks it down. Powell's got 6 points.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot. And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school, Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
And GA, even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Luka Doncic.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And Zubac picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Clippers making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Brunson the pass to Powell. Tries again. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids. You're right.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
And the slam by Williams.
Running so smoothly. Williams saw the opening. Nothing but points for him when he gets in that position.
Here's Finney Smith. A new 14 for the Mavericks. To the left side wing. Tries again. Here's Powell. Pass to Finney Smith. Goes up again. Dallas, no good that time either.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Ball's knocked loose. Paul George with the steal.
Well, you really have to like how George uses his body effectively down low there. I mean, the defense pretty much has no choice but to foul him in that situation.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. And it's Seth Curry in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Curry looking around. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. And that one's good. George.
And getting out in transition has been a big part of this run that they're on.
Here's Curry. Here's Cauley-Stein to halt the run. Kept alive. Pass to Brunson. Kicks it to Curry. Lets it go with a 3. Drills it from outside. Curry's got 8 points.
Boy, the range of Curry, limitless, like his brother Steph and even his dad Dale. I mean, those guys, the Currys, can light it up.
Here's Williams. No good off the front iron. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Kawhi Leonard comes in for George. Landry Shamet's checked in for Patrick Beverley. And it's Jackson in for Williams. And Dallas also making a switch. Doncic is checked in for Jalen Brunson. And here's Morris for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Hardaway kicks to Kleber. Hardaway finds Curry. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance bucket. They can make a big difference.
We've got 22 seconds left in the third. The pass to Cauley-Stein. Over Harrell. And it's Cauley-Stein. That time on the assist by Doncic.
Nice work inside by Cauley-Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
On the wing, Morris. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Los Angeles in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Los Angeles leading by 16. On the floor for Dallas, Seth Curry is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Maxi Kleber. And it's Hardaway in at the 3. Finished off the break. Curry's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Mavs.
Excellent focus that time from Powell on the defensive end. Saw the opportunity, went for the filch, and got it.
Jackson dishes to Morris. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Leonard attacking. Goes back up. And he lays it up and in. And the Clippers lead by 16.
Controlling the defensive glass has been a problem here tonight.
Big difference in second chance points, and that makes it tough.
Outside Hardaway. Powell against Harrell. Powell, the pass to Doncic. Outside Curry. 5 on the clock. Lets the 3 fly. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got his 4th assist in this one. Jackson down low. Guarded by Doncic. Here's Leonard. And off the left side of the rim. And it swirls in for him. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter. Jackson against Doncic. And Curry has it in the corner. That 3 off the mark. Los Angeles leading by 15. Here's Morris. Jackson in the corner. Back to Morris. Shoots from the line. Another one falls for the Clippers.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson. Using his poise and vision to make a play.
Curry on the wing. He's covered by Shamet. Shoots the 3. Curry's shot is off. The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Leonard against Hardaway. Again, Los Angeles.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
Here's Doncic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
Well, I tell you what, Doncic plays with really good energy and awareness, but also he's got a quiet physicality to him, and he doesn't mind being bumped around when he's trying to score.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Zubac is checked in for Harrell. Paul George comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Williams in for Reggie Jackson. Dallas also making some changes. Porzingis is coming in for Maxi Kleber. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Hardaway. Outside Williams. 1:56 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Leonard kicks to George. The offensive rebound. Zubac for 3. That shot off, and the Mavericks going the other way now. Here's Porzingis. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Morris has got 5 rebounds tonight. Leonard finds George. Back to Leonard. Shoots from the baseline. And again, no good by the Clippers. Mavericks trail by 17.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Los Angeles.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
I think it paid off, that's for sure.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Leonard.
Boy, I liked how he mixed it up on the glass. Wasn't afraid to get in there and do the dirty work. Showed some real grit and toughness tonight.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision, boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Dallas making a switch here. Marjanovic checked in for Powell. Cauley-Stein comes in for Porzingis. Jackson, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Barea subbed in for Seth Curry. Passes it to Marjanovic. Right wing. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. To the wing on the left. Here's Patterson. Here's George. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
Clippers foul.
No good on the free throw.
You know, he's the third pick in the 2018 draft, guys, and Doncic seems poised to dominate this league for a lot of years.
Now here's Patterson over Cauley-Stein. Off the mark with the little step back Johnny. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They won. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks, for And
Hey, Kevin. What?
It does indeed. Thanks, David. Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Hardaway is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. And looking at the Nets, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. Now here's Durant. Following the miss by Porzingis. A nice shot by KD. Terrific talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Now Irving following the Porzingis miss from deep, and Allen slams it in.
You know what? That's all about hustle and a nose for the basketball. Tremendous job on the offensive glass by Jared Allen.
Here's Hardaway. Powell trying to free himself up. Hardaway, no good. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. A nice shot by Irving.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Now here's Powell. Porzingis with the ball, unloads from 13, and the jumper is on the mark.
Well, that's where Porzingis loves to operate. That jump shot has become a signature weapon, gentlemen.
Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Doesn't get it to drop for him. Durant with some nice D.
Boy, the offensive flow just isn't there right now. 1 for 5 to start the game.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Great positioning on the putback.
You have to love the intensity that Powell plays with on the glass, using that long body to track down those offensive boards.
Here's KD on the mark with the 15-footer. Durant's got his second basket.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
Now here's Porzingis. Stolen by Allen. And here we go. Dinwiddie heading to the hoop. And the shot is good. Irving's got his second basket of the night.
And getting out in transition has been a big part of this run that they're on.
Hardaway finds Doncic. Dallas moving the ball around. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. So it's Brooklyn now. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Nets. Outside for Durant. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Dallas. There's 1:40 left in the first quarter of the game. Doncic against Irving. Allen with the rebound. Brooklyn leading by 8. Durant attacking and finished off by KD.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
The tenacity on that interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Here's Irving. Count that one. Irving's got his third basket of the night.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Now here's Powell. Passes it to Finney-Smith. It's stolen by Allen. Here we go, one-on-one. KD passes to Irving. Nets with a new shot clock. Allen kicks to Durant. Beyond the arc. To the paint. Out of bounds. Nets ball as Brooklyn keeps possession. Some changes for Brooklyn. Jordan, he's checked in for Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. And Harris subbed in for LeVert. Then for the Mavericks, Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. And Curry subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Doncic. A rebound by the Nets.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. The first free throw is good.
Well, similar to his brother Steph, Seth is a knockdown shooter. This guy's a crafty combo guard with a number of tricks up his sleeve. This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
And so it's Brooklyn enjoying a 12-point lead as they... And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to...
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And the Nets have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris, and it's Luwawu in at the 2 spot. So that's the Nets 5. Harris, no good.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
And Doris, as if it were destiny, Kleber grew up in the same hometown as Mavs legend Dirk Nowitzki.
And this is a fun and extraordinary story to tell, because in 2017, Kleber texted with Nowitzki before signing with Dallas. But though they come from the same town, they didn't know each other until they became teammates. That's extraordinary. What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
Dallas, no good that time either.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Curry against Harris. Mavericks trail by 16. Curry's shot is good.
I think this is someone you have to account for in transition. Seth Curry does a great job getting into open space.
For 3, Harris. Harris missing again.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Brunson scanning the floor. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Dinwiddie outside. Dishes to Prince.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Curry on the wing. Fires the 3. The putback. It's good on the putback. Cauley Stein's got 4 points in the quarter.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Dinwiddie outside. Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Here's Cauley Stein. Cauley Stein. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
Harris inside the line. And there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got 8.
What about the intensity? Go ahead, Mr. Jordan. We see you working out there.
Right side Curry. And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for the Nets. At one point, they led by 16. And the pass to Harris. And he uses the glass on the layup. Harris has got his second bucket tonight.
I think it might surprise people that Joe Harris does not mind contact on the interior. That's a nice shot. Wow.
And it's right missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
From deep. Harris missing again.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for Brooklyn. And here's Doncic from the arc. It's good from long range. Doncic has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now, here is Irving. He's got 6. Here's Jordan. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, DeAndre Jordan making his presence felt at the offensive end. Nice.
And Brooklyn making a change here. LeVert's checked in. Mavericks trail by 13. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Porzingis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
So good at attacking the defense. At 7'3" and incredibly mobile, Kristaps Porzingis draws the contact.
Allen's checked in for Taurean Prince. Doncic against Irving. There's 14 seconds left now here in the second. Allen passes to LeVert. Clock at 6. Here's Irving. Gets himself open and drills it. Irving's got 8.
Yeah, that's just the master of understanding pick and roll and how to develop a quality shot. Such a dangerous guy in those sets.
And that does it for the first half of play. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Brooklyn did not hesitate to set the pace. They launched into a 6-0 run. And that does it for our...
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. DeAndre Jordan has been sensational.
Something has kicked him into gear tonight as he has done work on the offensive end.
Boy, he's been aggressive looking for his shot. Remarkable effort on the offensive end in that first half.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Luka Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. And Durant gets it to go. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one, yes,
reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Doncic dishes to Powell. Back to Doncic. Pass to Finney-Smith. Stolen by LeVert. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. That one good for 2. 10 points for him.
Well, the multi-time scoring champion Kevin Durant is showing you he has got as complete a game as there is in the NBA. What a pretty pass.
Here's Porzingis. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Irving against Doncic. Takes a three. Irving, good. Irving's got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, the floor spacing that Kyrie Irving brings to the table is impressive. This guy can cash in from deep consistently.
Finney-Smith kicks to Doncic. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
And when you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team.
Mavericks have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Here's Doncic. Kyrie Irving grabs the miss.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Oh! That is just nasty.
About the athleticism on that finish.
Nice.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. Doncic passes to Powell. And the dunk by Doncic.
Well, Luka Doncic has every skill necessary to be a difference maker on the boards. Let's begin with his great size.
Irving for 3. Powell pulls it in. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. And Hardaway gets it to go.
Well, Tim Hardaway Jr. is known as a scorer. Knocks down the long distance look right there.
And on the way from Irving for 3. The Mavericks pull it in.
A bit of pride at stake. Trying to get that last 3 ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
Right side Porzingis, and it's Dallas with another.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Durant down low. Guarded by Powell. Porzingis with the steal. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Fade away. Porzingis feeling it out a bit. And that one drops. Porzingis has got 4 points this quarter.
I think you can see the strength that Porzingis has been developing over the early part of his career. That progress is showing up on a nightly basis.
And staying with the play, Allen. And the Nets lead by 17.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And the dunk by Doncic.
I'll tell you this, Luka Doncic will never turn down an opportunity to finish at the rim. He's elite and loves those opportunities.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. A nice shot by Irving.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
Here's Finney-Smith. On the wing, Hardaway. Pass to Finney-Smith. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Brooklyn. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the perimeter, Harris and Prince. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Jarrett Allen. And it's Irving at the point guard position. So that's the Nets 5. Brooklyn leading by 16. Irving surveying the floor. No good on the 3. Irving's gone just 2 of 7 from long range. Curry against Prince. Here's Cauley Stein. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
When you think of Seth Curry, you're thinking shooting. But there, what a pretty pass to find the open man.
Outside Irving. Shoots over Brunson. The good-looking shot from the wing. Irving's got 12 points here in the second half.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And that one is good.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
Irving kicks to Harris. Just 5 on the clock. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Jordan can't get it to go. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Curry finds Brunson. Outside for Curry. Off target from outside.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Harris's shot is off.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
They retain possession. Back to Curry. Fires for 3. Again, Curry missing. Brooklyn leading by 14. On the wing, Harris, guarded by Curry. Looking to end his cold spell. They get it back. And staying with the play, Allen.
Boy, Jared Allen, what a vertical, what length.
Mavericks trail by 16. Passes it to Curry, and stolen by Harris. Outside Irving. Greg, is a broadcaster, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Brooklyn leading by 18.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Nets.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jared Allen.
Boy, this guy played with some swagger and intensity on the boards tonight, dominating the physical aspect of the game.
Brunson the pass to Cauley Stein. Back to Brunson. Outside Curry. 6 to shoot. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
I love the aggressiveness of Seth Curry right there. Despite that frame, guys, he is not afraid of getting fouled.
So for the Nets, Kevin Durant's checked in for Jordan. Karis LeVert comes in for Taurean Prince. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving. Then for the Mavericks, Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleber. Jackson comes in for Hardaway. And Barea subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Harris, no good. And here are the Mavericks now. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. It's stolen by Harris. The 3. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. And the Nets lead by 19.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
And an eye.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So the Nets starting 5. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Irving. Then there's Caris LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard position. And for the Clippers, Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. Now here's Irving. Banked in off the glass. 2 terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes. Here's Irving. Paul George making his last shot. Irving passes to Allen. Dinwiddie outside. Here's Durant. No good on the shot. Good work defensively by Morris. Pushing it up. And then George with the jam.
Paul George dunk contest? Maybe a little over, but I love to see him get up.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. George against Irving, and it's sent back by George. Leonard kicks to George. And it's sent back by Allen.
And how about, and with that great length and awareness, Allen continues to build his reputation as a shot blocker.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Leonard on the wing. Shoots over LeVert. And it's Leonard missing.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and a championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Dinwiddie's shot is off for Los Angeles. They've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. The Clippers get another chance here. Here's Leonard. He can't hit that time. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Here's Irving. Here's Allen. The rebound by Paul George.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That's what Harrell does. He's in there mixing it up, and he goes right back up for a shot.
Outside, KD. Dinwiddie outside. Durant kicks to LeVert. Wants to get it to KD.
Oh, man. Fans love that. Listen to that. I love that sound in the arena. Now, there's some explosiveness inside Kevin Durant. He shows it off there.
Now here's Beverley. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Harrell. Here's George. Here's Harrell. Pass to Morris. Outside for George. It's not going to go for him. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Here's Dinwiddie. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
Beverley, the pass to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man. And he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
At the elbow, it's Allen. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
Timeout. Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Morris. Landry Shamet comes in for Leonard. Lou Williams is checked in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Jordan, he's checked in for Jared Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. Harris is checked in for Karis LeVert. And it's Luwawu Cabarrot in for Irving.
And he was camped in just the right spot to swipe that pass away down low.
The defense so concerned with Shamet and his shot-making ability, he makes the play that time.
Out left to the wing. Here's Luwawu, guarded by Jackson. To the inside. Here's Jordan over Harrell. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Brooklyn shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Well, there is continuous energy in DeAndre Jordan's play, really hustling on both ends and influencing those plays with that activity.
Now here's Jackson. He dishes it to Green. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Here's Harris. And again, no good by Brooklyn. There's the steal. And so the first quarter is in the books. Nets lead by 4. We'll be back. And it seems like players are constantly changing teams.
As a team, as a unit, as a roster, we've had a...
Greg Dinwiddie, one of those players who seems to adapt to any situation.
I mean, he's versatile. Total team player, will do whatever is asked of him. He's really emerged after being picked in the 2nd round a few years ago.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris, and it's Dinwiddie in at the point. Jackson kicks to Shamet. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Back to Jackson. The shot from the low post is good. Jackson's got his first basket.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
And the rejection by Harrell. The kick out to Williams. Another shot. And Harrell with the lay-in. Good. Harrell's got 6.
Harrell smashing through the defense to get inside.
Passes to Harris. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. The Clippers have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter.
A 3-time 6th man of the year. Last season, Lou Williams named his newborn son 6 in honor of his success in that role.
We talk a lot about the Mount Rushmore of the game's greatest players. Maybe we could start to chisel out the 6th men of the year in the NBA. Lou Williams would have to get some serious consideration for that monument.
Williams looking over the floor. Here's Jackson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. Greg is a point guard. What is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
The 3 from George. The rebound by Prince. Nets shooting 47%, pretty solid. Here's Irving. Again, the Nets for 2.
Kyrie, such a blur in the open court, leaks out so quickly and then gets to the right spot in transition.
Jackson kicks to Harrell. And Harrell slams it down hard.
Now that's a little something extra from Montrez.
Right outside Kevin Durant. Shoots over Leonard. KD can't get it to go. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And yes, it's good. George has got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
Irving dishes to Allen. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
And stolen by Prince. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And the shot goes down. Irving's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
Textbook feed from Allen, a big man who helps facilitate the offense.
Poked away. George passes to Jackson. Second chance shot. Here's Zubac. And Durant sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverley comes in for Reggie Jackson. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the Nets. Here's Irving. Here's Allen. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
It's George on the wing. Zubac kicks to George. Rebounded by the Nets. Allen's got his 5th rebound in this one. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And then Durant with the dunk. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Durant. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And how about that beautiful display for us of DeAndre Jordan and that wingspan getting to that ball.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game zone.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the... Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the... Thanks for joining.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You know, guys, Montrezl Harrell has been exceptional here.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverley in at the 1. Beverley dishes to Leonard. Shoots over LeVert. Beverley the pass to Leonard. Beverley against Irving. Kicks it out to Leonard. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And he banks in the layup.
Really, with that level of speed and power, it is so difficult to keep Leonard from scoring on the drive.
The Nets with the lead.
And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverley rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, GA, I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverley is going to be right in your jock for every minute that you're going to be competing against him. Yeah, I didn't think there was a pass available there for Paul George, but he spots that small crease, he fires the ball through it, and he gets it to his open man.
Durant the pass to Irving, and that one good. Irving's got the lead up to 4 now for Brooklyn.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Zubac, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Pass to Dinwiddie. Durant against Morris. Second shot opportunity. Shot's good by Durant. Durant's got 8.
Second chance points have really been an issue here defensively.
Leonard with no one around. That one off the back iron and out. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. A different look for the Clippers. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Green comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Luwawu-Cabarrot comes in for Irving.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
George up top. He's got 6. Count that one, and the Nets lead has been cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Harrell.
George out there moving the rock and figuring out where his teammates were to have success on that possession.
Durant for 3. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 3 assists in the game. The 3 from George. And that one is off. Good D by Jordan. Here's Williams. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Prince. And it's sent back by George.
Not many guys have the two-way ability of a Paul George. Just as dangerous defensively as he can be offensively.
Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
And there's the call on Lou Williams. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for the Clippers. Landry Shamet comes in for JaMychal Green, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Paul George. The Nets also changing it up. Jared Allen comes in for Jordan, and Harris subbed in for Luwawu-Cabarrot. Here's Jackson. Up and in on the layup. Jackson's got 6.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Dinwiddie kicks to KD. And then Durant with the dunk.
Well, coming off the pick and roll with that length, KD makes so many good decisions.
Jackson passes to Shamet. Dinwiddie with the steal. Oh, and here comes Kevin Durant all alone. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That's on Reggie Jackson.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
The Nets making a switch here. Irving's checked in.
Well, he's won an MVP. He's won a championship. He's won a gold medal. He's been the MVP in the finals. It's a pretty full resume for one Kevin Durant.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. That's good from Jackson.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role.
Irving passes to Harris. Back to Irving. There's 25 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. That one falls.
Yeah, I feel like he uses the dribble to set up his rhythm for the mid-range shots like that one. Kyrie knocks another in.
Jackson against Harris. Jackson dishes to Harrell. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game. Here's the 3. Back to Irving. This one for 3. Misses. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Brooklyn Nets. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be right back after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. On the court for the Nets, getting the 4th quarter going. On the perimeter, Harris and Prince. Jordan is out there with Allen, and it's Irving in at the 1 spot.
Continuing to show activity on the offensive glass. Second chance buckets have been huge.
Harrell. Excellent D there from Allen. Brooklyn leading by 10. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And the Clippers making a change here. Zubats is checked in, and a switch here for Brooklyn. Durant's checked in for Taurean Prince. And here's Leonard from 3. Connects from 3-point range.
Kawhi Leonard has worked so hard on his shooting to become more consistent, specifically the 3-point shot.
Harris finds Irving. Harris, no good.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Extra on that one, fellas. Nobody's stopping that.
When he comes in there with that tomahawk, that's just too much force. Shamet with the steal. It's 2-on-1. Offensive rebound. He goes up again. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Leonard.
Are we sure that's the same player, guys? He looks completely different. What confidence he's playing with, and look how engaged he is on both ends.
Harris kicks to Durant. And Jordan has it in the corner. Lock at 6. Back to Durant. Beverly against Irving. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And here is Shamet.
And this is a critical possession, not one they can afford to come up empty on.
Knocked loose. Here's Leonard. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. And that one, good. And the Nets lead by 5.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Landry Shamet. And then for Brooklyn, LeVert's checked in for Jordan. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Joe Harris. Irving passes to Dinwiddie. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 8 in this 4th quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. And it's Leonard with the jam.
And who do you call when you need a big bucket for this team more and more? It's Kawhi.
Irving dishes to Dinwiddie. Trying to find Irving. He's got it now. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. And now the Clippers on the break. George has got the ball.
That's why you turn to Paul George. These moments are for PG.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. They're trailing by 1. There's 1:40 left in the 4th quarter. And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Montrezl Harrell.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He's pleased that they're getting consistent points in the paint. He said, in this league, it's not easy to do what you guys are doing. Let's just keep doing it until they stop us. Kevin?
So good, so experienced, Paul George can convert the toughest of buckets.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Nets. Dinwiddie finds Irving. The pass to Harris. And Jordan has it in the corner. Back to Harris. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. And the Nets lead by 2.
Now just all alone down there. Credit goes to DeAndre for finding him. That's a nice pass.
Dinwiddie against George. That one no good. Here we go, one-on-one. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
I feel like Kyrie is just never afraid of the challenge in front of him. Tougher the situation, it seems like the tougher he plays.
And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
And he steps up and knocks them down, making it a 2-possession game.
And Beverly kicks to Morris. The shot, no good. The Nets go the other way with it. And it's Paul George with the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. The Nets making a switch here. Durant's checked in. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Some padding here on the free throw line. Some good work.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Now, you can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise.
And now we've got the intentional foul. Gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. George, that's a 2-pointer. And here's Leonard from 3. It drops. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And now the go-to guy in these situations. Leonard can handle that kind of pressure in the big moment as well as anyone.
And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul of the game. In the bonus, we'll go to the free throw line. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game. And here are the Clippers now. George with no one around. Trifecta.
Well, your best players want to take on the burden come clutch time, and Paul George carrying the weight right now.
And a wide open look for Irving. And the miss. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. stunning view of the moon. And before we get going,
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed, something special, David. Thanks. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Kawhi Leonard, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Zubats in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Dallas, inside at the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Now here's Beverley. Just 5 to shoot. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And Zubats picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Doncic. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Leonard. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beverley.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
And early on, if you're him, you just want to see the ball go through the net and get into some kind of rhythm.
Now here's Beverley. Now the pass to Zubats. Kicks it out to Leonard. Lets it go from deep. Drops in the tray.
We know Beverley's ability as a defender, but don't underestimate his ability as a distributor. He has good vision.
Porzingis against Morris. The high post shot. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Porzingis has got his second bucket.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
Here's George, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
6 on the shot clock. Hardaway finds Powell. Unloads. They get it again. Porzingis passes to Hardaway. Back to Porzingis. Second chance shot. They shoot again. Here's Powell. Tough break there. Shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Leonard inside. Here's Morris. It's deflected. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for Dallas. They trail by 1. Pass to Powell. Down low. He's looking for Hardaway and finds him with the fadeaway. And he overshot that one, missing.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that. No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
It doesn't go for him. Excellent D there from George. Morris kicks to Leonard. Back to Morris. Leonard on the wing. And it's Leonard again missing.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
Curry's checked in for the Mavericks. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubats. JaMychal Green comes in for Morris. Landry Shamit's checked in for George. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverley. And so it's Dallas with it after the basket by Los Angeles. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. Right, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Jackson, he's checked in for Leonard. Jackson dishes to Williams. Oh, that's blocked. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. And Wright gets it to go on the assist by Curry.
Excellent timing on that play and a wonderful pass.
Outside Williams. He dishes it to Green. Los Angeles with another miss. Dallas shooting their first free throws of the night. And it's tied up with that one. And the free throw is good, now leading by one.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
Jackson passes to Harrell. Here's Shamet. Back to Harrell. From down in the low post, it goes.
And this is Harrell's game, a skilled interior player who plays with tenacity.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Jackson finds Harrell. They kick it out to Green. 2 on the clock. And the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Clippers ahead. Just catching up with Montrezl Harrell, we mentioned his activity.
That's where I play with a lot of passion.
Greg, I know you agree. Few guys bring his brand of intensity.
And he's added skills. He's a threat to score on the blocks. He passes out of double teams. Harrell's one of the more improved players over the last few years.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Winning the turnover battle here early on, and you see that reflected in the score.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Harrell is out there with Jermichael Green. Then there's Landry Shamet. Then it's Williams. And it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. Curry looking around. Pass to Kleber. Back to Curry. From deep. The Clippers grab the miss.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Jackson's got the lead up to 5 now for the Clippers.
A rare offensive rebound for Reggie Jackson, but he knows what to do with it once he gets it.
Kleber kicks to Curry. Knocks down the 3 ball. Curry's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that.
No, we don't do that.
A shot by Kleber, wide open. Fires from deep. They grab their own miss. From the arc. Not as good in the Los Angeles leads. Cut down to 3 on the bucket from Curry.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
Jackson has the open look. Off target from 3-point range. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. For the 3. That shot off. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Harrell the pass to Williams. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. And it's Harrell missing. And JaMychal Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks with some changes. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Wright. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And then for Los Angeles, Marcus Morris is checked in for JaMychal Green. Paul George comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams. Morris outside. Kicks to Harrell. Kleba against Morris. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Doncic against Beverley. And the dunk by Doncic.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Jackson with it. Hardaway picks him up. George with no one around. Los Angeles with another miss. The Mavericks trailing. The three for Doncic. Here's Cauley Stein outside for Curry. Hardaway, that's a two-pointer. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Here's Jackson. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Pass to Hardaway. Lets it go with a three. Cauley Stein kicks to Curry. His three-pointer's off the mark. LA's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Outside for Jackson. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Beverley wide open. The shot's good on the assist by George. And now a 4-point Los Angeles lead. Doncic outside. And there's the pass to Kleba. Curry with it. Shoots. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. And some good action through the first 2 quarters. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They didn't get more than a one-possession lead. And that does it for our...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. One of the stories here, Reggie Jackson getting it done today.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Hardaway is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Just 3 to shoot. Porzingis, that's a 2. And that one hits back iron. Clippers leading by 4. Good on the bucket.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Stolen by Beverley. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go, all the way.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack.
And the dunk by Zubac.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And Leonard has it in the corner. It's rebounded by Doncic. Mavericks trail by 6. Here's the 3. Can't hit that one. Excellent D there from George.
Shaky start to the half. going 1 for 4, still trying to find that groove.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
Hardaway finds Doncic. Out to Hardaway. Over Beverly. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tries again. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Jalen Brunson. He's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And then for Los Angeles, Landry Shamet's checked in for Paul George. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. Shamet the pass to Zubac. Leonard on the wing. Steps back and fires. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Zubac has got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up. Porzingis, it's a 2. Dallas, no good that time either.
Ooh, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
Good on the shot.
And defensively, these guys are looking for answers since halftime. They've seemed disjointed and out of sync. They have got to get back that rhythm defensively.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. The dish now to Powell. Good work there as it goes. Powell's got his second basket of the night.
Not just swinging the ball around the perimeter. Aggressive move inside.
Williams scanning the floor. Zubac lays it up and banks it in. Zubac has got 6 points. You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season.
Oh,
I was
goodness.
Championship night, I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah. Well, I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Didn't miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, yeah. Got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face. Yeah.
Ouch. Poke loose. Leonard with the steal. Makes it off the glass. Leonard's got 4 points in the quarter.
This is what Leonard gives you. Reliable, productive, churns out positive plays.
Dallas again turning it over.
Off on the timing, or it may have been a miscommunication. Either way, turnover.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Curry's checked in. And then for the Clippers, Harrell comes in for Ivica Zubac. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Marcus Morris. Leonard, no luck. Mavericks trail by 14. Porzingis kicks to Curry. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Nice shot by Porzingis.
And he has really great coordination to go along with the body control. Porzingis able to convert some tough baskets.
Here's Williams. Banked in off the glass. He's got 8.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Outside for Curry. Here's Doncic. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Doncic has got 6 points.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You see why they trust him with the ball in his hands. He can make the simple play, and he can pull off the spectacular.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. So for the Clippers right now, the 2 stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Jackson is out there with Patrick Beverly, and Harrell's in at the 5 spot.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
Jackson passes to George. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. And the Clippers lead by 12. Mavericks shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Out to Hardaway. Kleba, the pass to Curry. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Now the Clippers moving it up. Leonard with the bucket. Leonard's got the lead up to 14 now for the Clippers.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Here's Curry. No good on that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
And this is how you score in transition. And Paul George, you just have to appreciate his hustle.
Curry on the wing. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Over in the corner, Beverly. And it's off from three-point range. Mavericks trail by 16. Doncic finds Curry. Over George. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
And you know what? There was probably a better matchup on the floor, but when it goes in, nobody complains.
Passes it to Beverly. Lets the three fly. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That'll be his second foul of the game. Morris is checked in for Jackson. Doncic kicks to Kleba. Curry wide open. Offline with his three. Off his foot. And the official saying it was kicked. Dwight Powell's checked in for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Seth Curry. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Zubac is checked in. No coverage that time. 15 points for Leonard.
I love it, Kawhi. When you have skills from the mid-range, you don't need to force anything.
Pass to Powell. Beverly against Doncic. Pass to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. The tray. Morris with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 16. The three from Leonard. The pass to Beverly. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Passes it to George. Off target from three-point range.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look. And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Los Angeles.
Their superior ball handling won it for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Leonard.
Shouldering the load for them all night offensively. He came in focused, ready to go, and he delivered.
And it's Doncic missing.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Hardaway with a wide open look. It's good on the putback.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
Well, for the Clippers, they can just run out the clock. In the corner, it's Morris. Outside, George. From outside the arc, here's Zubac. The three from Morris. A three-pointer is right on target.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks.